Morning, dogs. Yes, good morning. Well, we have some acres to spray of corn, but it's already pretty windy this morning. There, you were in the second part of the snapshot. Oh. You'll see when the video comes out.
Okay.
So one of the things we have on our list for today and this week is hauling soybeans. We have 20,000 bushels of soybeans that we sold locally that we'll be hauling in, and then we've got 15,000 bushels of corn to haul next week. As I mentioned, we also have some spraying that we need to get done. We need to get a few 500-600 acres of corn sprayed that did not get pre-emerge on it. But it's just on the somewhat slightly, almost maybe a little bit questionable side as far as wind this morning. I mean, it's not bad. It really is not bad. But it's also a little bit wet out there yet. Ideally, this afternoon, if the wind calms down, we'll spray some acres. Some of you might have noticed that I got myself a new shiny red pickup. Well, it's a diesel, which I like. I've never had one before as a daily driver, but I do like it. But unfortunately, the diesel around the farm is actually split between Dad and I for the trucking company. So we use the clear diesel on the farm to run in the semi-trucks, which means I gotta go to town to put diesel in my truck now. So a couple of months ago, some friends actually turned me on to the Upside app, which is a real app that earns you cash back on essential things like diesel or gas, groceries, restaurants, stuff like that. It's actual cash back without any like weird gimmicks or points or anything like that that you can earn just by purchasing the things you're gonna need to buy anyway. So I can see here on the app that we've got a gas station right in town that I'm gonna head to right now and put some diesel in. There's actually over 100,000 different gas stations, grocery stores, and restaurants on this app. Oh. Never mind the mess I made on the pump there, okay? It's hard to do things one-handed. I don't have the big film production crew like everybody thinks I do. Just jump on your app, tell them you've paid, and they'll do the work. The top earners on the Upside app are earning as much as $300 every month. To find out how much you could earn, click on the link down below in the description to download the app and use my code FARMER to get an extra 25 cents back for every single gallon on your first tank of gas, or scan the QR code here to claim this offer right now. We got a few things to clean up here before we can load the trucks underneath the leg. Just kind of got a little bit of a mess going on since they tore the dryer out. And it is sold, but the guy that bought it, the family that bought it, they're still trying to get stuff planted across the border in South Dakota, so it can sit here for a bit. Just in case we spill a little bit, we want the rocks off. That has happened before. Got one truck just about loaded. May as well see if this thing will fire up. Well, the good news is this truck is loaded and the second one started. The bad news is we got 2 bins with soybeans in them, and the second one back there is plugged. Nothing coming out of the center or the outside sumps. I mean, very, very little. So yay. It's a big part of the reason we hate storing soybeans. We end up having that problem a lot. So I'm gonna pull the top off the conveyor. What am I looking for here? Pry bar. And we've got a spout that actually mounts to the outside on the door. That'll go straight down into the conveyor so that we actually just gravity flow it. It's slow. You would think gravity flow would be fast out of a bin, but not in this situation. Where else is that on there? How did we do this? That doesn't seem right, does it? Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. I know this doesn't exactly look right, but the stuff flows so slowly out of here, and it's cut way back to here, and so it'll fall mostly in the middle there. And then I've got my handy dandy homemade guard made out of door skirt plastic from a race car to prevent a little bit of splash. But all in all, it's gonna make a mess. It is what it is. I'm gonna just open it up for a second and test the flow situation here. If I can get this unlocked. Well, we have some flow. Yeah, it's gonna make a big mess. What do you do? Some of you are gonna bring up the sump saver, which is an awesome machine that has like rotating knives that go different directions. You put them over the sump before you fill it, and then you run hydraulic lines to the outside of the bin. You can run a tractor to chop it up above the sump. This bin has one of those. I'll bet it works real sweet. We're gonna have at least 2 of those in the bins next year. See how it works. Slowly, very, very slowly. I've got an idea to try and make this a little bit of a cleaner process. Perfect. It's almost too easy. Yeah, something like that. This is clearly the work of a professional. Huh. Sometimes I really amaze myself. Holy buckets, what a difference. This is gonna take a couple years. Just to prove to you guys, it's not worth running that. You get a slug when you start it up, but that's 1/20th the speed of that. It's frustrating. I actually think there might be a sump that came apart in there. I think the pull rod is disconnected from the sump. So I think the sump's not plugged. I think the slider is broken. That's with the 20 running.
That's with the 20 running?
Yeah, that 30 would take a full day to load a truck with that. It's open right now, it's running. It's just incredibly slow.
That's what we did before, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's with the 20 wide open.
We're gonna need to get the 20 empty and then let it run in there while we're doing other stuff. Just let it run all day.
All week or two. Well, as luck would have it, this bin is very inconsistent now, so we may get to use that sump saver. Well, we got this one full. I think we're gonna just have to hope that second bin stays open for now, and we'll get as much as we can out of there take it as it comes. That's a stupid saying, but you know, it is what it is. Take it as it comes. What do you do? Home is where you make it. Probing. That guy got probed. I've been gone for a while and he's still not loaded. I don't really like seeing that. I don't like seeing that either. I'll bet he went to go find a tractor to hook the hydraulic deal up to. Well, he's almost full. You can see it right there. So in another 20 minutes or so, that truck will be full.
That's all kinds of times I'm plugging it up. I had to clean out the little one about 3 times. And the big one now, I got the outside tube opened up. I think we're gonna take a hole saw, cut a hole in there. Because it's plugged up.
That one's plugged too.
Yeah, but a chunk about that big of pods came out. And it opened up and then it closed up again.
There are days when my job is less fun than other days. Probably like most of you. It's gonna go through and grab, and then the bit's gonna break. There we go. It didn't break it yet. Still time. Oh, my ears. Getting there. So the purpose of this is to take a pry bar or an aluminum pipe and go up in through here to stab the pods that are plugged up in there. Have I mentioned that I hate storing beans yet? Almost. That drill didn't like that. Kind of a funny electrical smell. This one-of-a-kind medallion is for sale. If you're interested, hit me up on email. The kids don't know who I'm talking about, but Flava Flav was always really cool with his big clock necklace. Not as cool as this could be. Well, it wasn't plugged in there. The bin is down to that. There was a lot less in there than we thought. We just gotta go get hoses made. I'm gonna take the full truck to town and get some hoses made. Dad's gonna spend the next 8 hours trying to load that truck. It's extremely frustrating, but it's also part of it. It's just kind of always has been, especially with soybeans. They're tough. Dumping. I have hoses, and Dad's not fully loaded yet. Of course, you're not full yet.
I need to be 3 hours to fill a truck.
3 hours? Actually, that's faster than I would have guessed.
20 loads in there, 3 hours, 60 hours to empty the bin.
That's not bad.
So if we can run into the other bin and do other stuff, it isn't bad.
Right. Well, I got hoses. Maybe that'll help some on one of them.
It'll help on one of them, yeah.
And I hope these work. Hoses are run. And right up to the bin, and there's that sump saver inside. So we've never done this. I'll fire it up, we'll see what we get. Now I should be able to, if that opens something up. There's a slug there. Well, that was easy. Yeah, I'm on board with that. You know, we had that thing here for 2 or 3 years. We've never used it. We're gonna get more. That's a safety thing more than a time saver or a convenience thing. Being able to not deal with everything we've been dealing with today up to this point is a huge safety thing. Well, look at that. We already got a 5th load out before, well, just after 3 o'clock in the afternoon. On a way out there side note, I'm gonna show you guys something. You see this old field cultivator? It's got a broken assembly, hub assembly, everything, wheel and tire are all gone right there. Somebody left it in our field approach like in November. So anybody in western Minnesota that loves to haul scrap steel, this is all yours. Come and get it. I'll give you a free t-shirt. Heck, if we time it right, I'll help you load it. This place again. Oh, this place again. Oh, scared the shit out of me. Boo! Oh. Well, now we're down to where the bottom is empty on the bin we had moving, and the other one still isn't moving. So I'm gonna let this sit and load for 3 hours and go grill some steak for my daughter's birthday. Thanks for watching. Oh, and if you're interested in the racing thing, check out our second channel, linked below, and our apparel. Hit subscribe if you haven't yet, I guess, if you want, whatever.